Oh, that's no good. Well, would you look at that? It's Thursday again. Already. And that's good news for me and for you watching this, because that means I have another update for you today. And today, we're going to do a very quick Bible fill-in-the-blank quiz. There's a very famous passage in the Gospels that even people not really familiar with the Bible probably know this story. And it's as Jesus comes into Jerusalem, and he goes into the temple, and he sees people in the outer courts converting money from the Roman money to the temple money so that they can buy the sacrifices that they need, the animals and such, with temple money. It's like if you go to Disney World, they used to have these things called Disney dollars, and it was like, you need to convert your money into our money so that you can buy our stuff without really knowing what we're charging you. Wink, wink. And the idea was that way they could have an upcharge and they could pocket some of the proceeds. Well, when Jesus saw this, he was less than enthused. And in one gospel account, it says he sat down and fashioned a whip, which I love because it means he took time. And as he's fashioning this whip, he's thinking about what he's about to do. And he was hot. He was not pleased at all with this stealing from people who were coming to worship God and to get themselves right with God. And that was not a good day for those money changers. And so he used the whip on them, and he turned over their tables, and he said, and here's the Bible quiz for the day. It is written, my Father's house will be a house of blank. So I want you to think Mad Libs. I want you to think like the old, we're looking for a noun. Okay, pick a noun that's associated with worshiping God. Okay, does it say, my Father's house will be called a house of preaching? Now, as a preacher, it'd be nice if that's what it said. But that's not what it said. My house shall be called a house of music. Well, as a musician, I kind of would have liked it if it was a house of music. And certainly, preaching and music happen when people gather to worship God, but that's not what the house is for. You know what it is. My house will be called a house of for all nations. But you've turned it into a den of robbers, a den of thieves. And the goal is to become a house of prayer. And one of the ways we can do that is for you to be involved in our prayer conference coming up at the end of this month. And you're going to keep hearing more about this until it happens. And it is Wednesday, May 31st. We will be having an evening gathering here where we will be praying and learning about prayer. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with my friends, the Loves, and their ministry, PrayThroughIt.com. They will be hosting, and I'll also be joining them in putting on a prayer training conference. Not just prayer for the sake of being religious, but prayer for transformation. Prayer that will transform ourselves, that will transform our city, that will transform our neighbors. Prayer is the tool in our toolbox to make a difference for the kingdom of God. And so I want you to be there. And I know people are traveling, it's right after Memorial Day, but if you're here and if you're in town, we want you here. It is the most important thing we can be doing with our time for the kingdom of God. So please sign up at PrayThroughIt.com. There will be some things that are free, the evening sessions in particular on Wednesday and Friday. Some of the training, there is a fee affiliated with that. Check out more of those details on PrayThroughIt.com. Please sign up so we know who is coming and we can have enough food ready. But we're going to have a great time, and we're going to be kind of on the front lines of what it means to follow Jesus and to be in his family and in his house, which really isn't a building anymore. It is his people that are the house, but it is still a house of prayer. Other things going on. We're continuing our series on the 7 I am statements of Jesus. This week is the statement, I am the door for the sheep. And that's an interesting thing. How literally do we take that? I don't think he had hinges, but it is still a very significant metaphor, and we're going to dig into that. And that's going to be a great time, 8:30, 10:15. 10:15 also in Espanol, if you'd like to come to that service as well. Check your Friday emails for all sorts of other things going on. the prayer conference really is the biggie. So join us for that and sign up at praythroughit.com. One more time, praythroughit.com. Till next time, I'm Jeff, and you're you, and God is God, and He wants us to pray.